Hi, my name is Kelcie Miller-Anderson. I'm an environmental scientist, social entrepreneur, and innovator from Canada.
When I was 21, I moved across the country to found my first company, MycoRemedy, a biotech company where I was working to commercialize methods for oil remediation that I had been developing in a basement lab since I was 15. By 22, things were going great. I'd achieved my childhood dream of having my very own lab where I got to work on solving the environmental problems I cared the most about. I was named one of Canada's 30 under 30 sustainability leaders, a top innovator in the energy sector, and even got to address the Senate of Canada to share my research.
And that's what everyone on the outside saw. A life that was simple, easy, and fairly full of success. But the reality was the complete opposite. When I moved across the country to start my first company, I was the sickest I had ever been. On the outside, it looked like I was thriving, but in reality, it often felt like I was barely surviving. I was suffering with several rare diseases that were robbing my body of its basic ability to function. At the time, my disability was invisible to the naked eye. It felt like a dirty secret that I had to hide. I was already a young female in an industry dominated by men. I thought that if anyone discovered that I was disabled, that they would write me off completely, thinking I was weak or incapable, destined to fail.
I came out about my invisible disability on a TEDx stage in front of thousands. If I was too ashamed to be open about my disability, what kind of message did that send to the world? To other disabled youth who have big dreams or want to be entrepreneurs? I was scared, but I couldn't stay silent and let the world believe that disability is a limiting factor in someone's potential.
And then things took a turn for the worse. My legs, which used to carry me up mountains, now struggled to even carry me up the stairs. My days in the lab were few and far between, and shortly after I was diagnosed with mitochondrial disease, a rare genetic condition that impacts the body's ability to produce the energy that its cells and systems need to function. My mitochondrial disease forces me to spend most of my time in bed, at least 20 plus hours a day. In the course of a year, I went from walking to crutches to a manual wheelchair, and now a power chair. But over the course of the year, I've also taken my first trip in my wheelchair. I've represented Canada as a young leader and entrepreneur on 3 different continents. And I also founded a new company, BumbleChain, where I'm developing blockchain-based supply chain tools.
A lot of people have this idea that my disability was some enormous obstacle that I had to face, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. I haven't overcome my disability because it wasn't something that needed to be overcome. In fact, it was the opposite. My disability has made me more creative and innovative. It has made me more empathetic and patient. And above all, it has made me more determined and resilient. Without my disability, I would not be the entrepreneur I am today. I would not be the person I am today. I wouldn't be Kelcie.